Hi guys, my name is Sergey and today we are at the Nürburgring in Germany. We're going to talk about Ford Fiesta ST. This is a very popular car of the young people and it is one of the cars you can use on the street and on a track. And today Thomas is going to help us to understand how you could prepare the car for the low money to get it on a track. So let's start then. Let me ask you about maybe first thing everybody is interested in, the engine. Do you need to do something with the engine to have a fun with this car?
The Fiesta with a 2-liter engine and 150 horsepower on the Nordschleife especially is already quick enough. It's a car that at the beginning needs bit more tuning on the suspension compartment than to the engine.
Tuning of the engine consumes a lot of money but gives you a little effect on the track time.
Yes. It's better to start work on other compartment like suspension and brakes and then later move on the engine.
Yeah, and the engine tuning is affects on reliability.
Also, shorten the life of the engine.
All right, what about suspension in there?
Suspension instead makes a big difference. On this car we are using a coilover suspension, fully adjustable, so we can do 8 and compression springs separately. This is ideal when you want to fine-tune the car.
What model is it?
We are using actually FK suspensions. They are not one of the premium brand, but after some seasons
does it work and lasting for a long time?
Yes,
right?
That's outstanding because not expensive at all. And they last without any problems here at the Nordschleife for more than one season. Sway bars, anti-roll bars are more for the fine-tuning of the suspension. And first we have to think more about the dampers itself, the coilovers. In the end you can think about the sway
What
bars.
about the second vital thing, the brakes? When I drove this car, I don't had any issues with the brakes. It works perfectly from start to finish, and the second lap, just great. What's in there?
The car is running on EBC brakes, yellow stuffs. They are not an expensive pad, but they can work well both on the street and on the track.
Yeah, that's a popular model, and the red stuff is more like street use.
Yes, it's more exactly for street use.
Green stuff is
the green is to avoid. The green, my advice at least, is to avoid the green compound. But the yellow one is.
We have a lot of fake green EBC pads in Russia.
Okay. The yellow are doing a good job. Obviously, they are not a pad for endurance racing, but when you have to have a good car both for the street and the track, they don't have any problem.
Yeah, no, you don't need to hit them before use, and that's good.
Yes, exactly.
Because you can have a long line before start when the tires are cooling and the brakes are cooling, and you can push to the limit from the first corner on it.
Yes.
What about safety? I saw the roll bar, but it's only the back part of the car, not going forward. Is it by the regulation or it's just your decision?
Our idea here for the Nordschleife is that it's really hard to have an impact with the
Euro.
No, with the deceleration. But in 2-3 points of the track, it's quite easy to have a rollover, also at high speed. So with the half cage in the back, you have more safety about an eventual lowering of the roof. And
But you still can't hit your head of the metal tubes around, right?
no, exactly.
Yeah,
this is a bit better on that side. You can drive the car even without an helmet because you cannot hit the tube from the cage. A full cage is less useful.
Yeah, but it adds more weight, and
Yes,
there is no need of it.
Exactly.
Also about the brakes, I saw armored steel lines and air ducts,
Yes.
which come inside of the brakes.
Yes, the car have stainless steel braided lines and air ducts. They are on this car a bit more important than others. Is a bit more heavier than a Swift, for example, and the brakes have a similar dimension. It's more important on this car to work on the cooling, to provide not too much for the braking performance, but at least to avoid bending the discs. That can happen easily if you don't take care of the brakes in the correct way, in a proper way.
All right. About the lighting, I saw you removed the back seat, and is there something more?
No. Basically, the car is lightened only on the rear, but for the rest, is a stock car.
Yeah, but I feel it's light itself. I drove once a 1.6 liters stock engine car, had it like an everyday car, and I felt that it's extremely light. It really weighs nothing. So I guess there is nothing to remove.
Yeah, the cars today, especially, they are, I mean, not the most newer. They have a lot of electronic devices that are some way heavy. These cars we use here, they are all early 2000 to late 2000 cars. This means they are the ideal compromise between
the golden age of car building.
Exactly, the golden age, on my opinion, also. They are not too digital enough, but digital enough on some kind of things like good ABS. Good ECU control. When you want a car that is good to use both on the track and on the street, it's better to don't go for a fully lightening of the car.
So thank you, Thomas. I understood more about the street and track car, and this Ford Fiesta is a perfect example of cheap, light car for the beginning to start your auto sport life. So thank you. Hope see you soon.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks for watching. You can rent this Ford Fiesta and many other cool cars by clicking the link to our website in the description.